Hi there, this is Niki Rowland, designing for Freckled Fawn, and I'm designing a layout today using the July Embellishment Kit. I've taken inspiration for this layout from one of the phrases on the really lovely yellow washi tape that's included in the July kit. One of the words on there is cuteness, which I just love. So I've cut that, you can see it there, using my silhouette cameo, and I've used a cut file. It's called Outline Alphabet, I think, and it's by Just Nick. So I've used that and I've created my title there using that alphabet, welded them all together and cut it out on white cardstock using my silhouette cameo. So now I'm doing this backfilling process by hand. I'm using the Pink Paisley Summer Lights 6x6 paper pad to fill in all of the alphas or the letters on my title. So I'm trying to get a different colour or a different pattern at least in each letter. I quite often cut the middles for my outline alphabets on my silhouette cameo, but on this occasion I thought there's only 8 letters, it won't take me very long, so I've decided to draw around them with a pencil and cut them out using good old-fashioned scissors. It's taken me a bit longer than I would normally like, but you know, that's one of those things. I couldn't be bothered to do it on the computer software, so yeah, I have to pay the price for that. Anyway, I'm going to speed up now so that I just fast forward through this piece. Hooray, so that bit's now finally done and I have a really pretty title. It's nice, bright and colourful, which is what I was hoping for, and I've used a yellow background to add some colour around the edge of my white cardstock background, and I need some colour on the actual background itself, so I'm just adding some ink to a piece of packaging. I added some water there, and now I'm just pressing that ink on directly onto that white background. I'm just cleaning off so that I can change colours. I'm adding a really tiny amount of that darker turquoise ink. I just didn't want too much of it because it's a very intense colour. So I just watered that down quite a bit, and so I just have a small splash of that on the layout as well. That ink will dry very quickly, and as you can see, I'm putting foam pads on the back of my title there, and the amount of time that takes and to peel all the backs off, the ink on the background will be dry and be perfectly okay to put my title directly onto that background. Okay, so that's the main part of my layout done. I'm just going to add my photos in now, and then I can start on the fun part, which is adding all the wonderful embellishments that's in the July Freckled Fawn kit. I've just added a little bit of backing to my photographs there to just give them an outline, a little bit of extra colour. I normally raise my photos on foam pads at the top and stick them flat at the bottom, and on that one on the right I'm tucking under the one of the letters in the title, and I do the same for the one on the left as well. So that's it, photos are now in place, and now I can start adding all the other fun bits and pieces. I've started off with a couple of the rubber phrases, and I've also added the chipboard flags at the top there. I'm completely in love with those wooden paper clips, and I've just popping that one in the top of the on the top of the left-hand photo. A couple of little word phrases from the chipboard sheet there, and the admit one ticket down the bottom. He's on a ride, so that goes as far as I'm concerned. How much do we all love that yellow washi tape? I think it's the most wonderful thing ever. So I'm just getting a couple of those phrases from that into onto my layout there. In the July kit, there's also a sheet of cardstock labels and stickers, so I'm just adding a couple of those in to the bottom right of my right hand photo there, and I've just added a chipboard heart onto the pink letter in my title, kind of going with a bit of a colour on colour thing here. At this point, I'm just getting everything stuck in place. I'm putting the back off of the chipboard stickers, they're sticky, and just securing the paperclip in place with a bit of wet glue, and same with those rubber phrases, and adding in a little bit more washi tape. I just love the phrases on that washi tape. It's just the best roll of washi tape ever. Here I'm just debating whether I can add a subtitle using those fantastic vellum alphabets, but I decided against it and went for blue glitter instead. Absolutely love those glittery stickers that have come in this month's kit, and they just finish off the layout really nicely. And I'm just finalising with a few lines of journaling there. So I use the grey pen and I've just drawn in some lines using a ruler, and then I write on there. And I add lines if I need extra lines. So I start off with just a few and keep adding it as and when I need them. Okay, so that is my layout complete. Thank you so much for watching today. That was Niki Rowland for Freckled Fawn.